Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today I've got a couple of cool knives that I just learned about and discovered that I get to share with you guys. My brother Richard is in town visiting for a few days and brought his knives, so I've been able to look through his collection and took at some that are, new to me that I've never seen, wasn't aware of the maker. This or these two are knives that are made by a company. It's actually a maker. Fire Hardened Blades. FHB is what the logo looks like. It's a young man who makes knives. I think it's just him, judging by what's on his website. But we've got a couple of examples here that Richard's picked up. One of them is the Ember, kind of a perfect EDC pocket knife. And the other one is this Dutchess, which is kind of his flagship model. These little knives have little kydex sheaths, acid washed MagnaCut blades. You've got these G10 scalloped handles. I guess you call that scalloped, or rock pattern handles, which make these scales incredibly grippy, whether you're holding them when your hand's dry, if your hand gets wet. These are just very ergonomical handles. It's got a nice EDC profile. It's sleek. It's light. I think the overall is about 6.5 inches. We'll measure it in a second when we do some size comparisons. But I really like the knife. I like the choil. I like the look of it. I love on his website, and I'll link it in the description. But there's an area when you go to any of these knives and you scroll to the very bottom, it says this knife was cut out, shaped, sanded, finished, packaged, and shipped from the US. So it's kind of a play on, USA made. What does that really mean? He basically says, just in his description, that the craftsmanship is, and he names it being shaped, cut out, all the different things, the grind, all being done right there in the USA in his shop, which is really, really cool. The Dutchess, the flagship model, is also MagnaCut. It's got a little bit larger than a 3-inch blade. I want to say it might be closer to 3 1/4. Again, we'll measure it when we do some size comparisons. I really like it. It's a little bit on the long side for what I carry on a normal EDC. However, the tall blade works very well. It's got a great cutting geometry. It's got that same little bit broader, more hand-feeling grip, so to speak, I guess would be a way to say it. Really, really nice. You can death grip it, and you can definitely feel the ridges in the G10, but that just kind of reassures me that I'm going to have a great purchase on that knife. The MagnaCut is heat treated. It says between 60 and 63. I'm guessing it's going to be on the higher side of that. I know a lot of people are like 60 MagnaCut. I think he's just doing these and put that on his website. I think the heat treat on these guys is probably fantastic. If I could actually cut with it. This one's a little thicker grind, and I'm not. Well, I'm just failing as a cutter today. The Ember is not as slicey, and it could easily be touched up. These have probably been used by Richard. I've not cut with them. I've not stropped them. I was just looking at them in this case, and then I started handling them, playing with them, and then getting on the website and learning about Fire Hardened Blades, kind of what their mission statement was. And then I found out it was a young guy whose mom told him when he was like, I think 11 years old, or told him it's like when he was 11, he couldn't buy a knife until he was 15. So the little guy started making knives since he couldn't buy one, which I thought was a cool story. Seems like a really nice young man when you go to his website. I've not been to his Instagram. I'll try to find that and leave it as well. Leave you as many ways to find his products as you can. I know he has these two models. There may be one other model, but I really think he just has these two. I can verify that. Again, it'll be in the link. You just go to the shop tab and it shows you the two knives. If it's not in stock, it will be, because he makes these in small batches, and I think they're available pretty much weekly. They're also priced pretty aggressively. I want to say this one's somewhere in the 170, 180 bone range, and I want to say this one's in the 200, 215 range. And again, I'll put the link to the website where you guys can check that. Come with a nice Kydex or Bolatron. Looks a little thicker than Kydex sheath, with amazing retention. I mean, the retention on this is absolutely fantastic. Same with the Ember. You just got great retention, absolutely no shake. Richard loves to carry his knives horizontally. And we kind of noticed, A, Richard's got a ton of fixed blades, but B, I carry almost everything with an ulti-clip or with a deep concealment carry clip, because I'm a pocket dropper. Richard carries all his knives horizontal, and we both carry the same size, same styles. We have a lot of the same knives, but it just shows you, as an EDC fixed blade alternative, let's say you're thinking, okay, I'm thinking about carrying an EDC fixed blade. Find one that I like and see if it can do what my folder does. I think you'll find out that based on the choices that you make, that you absolutely will, because your carrying choices are going to be pretty flexible. From a horizontal strap, you could put a tech lock or something on this and mount it to your belt if you wanted to carry it conventionally, which I don't know why anybody would. Or you could put a clip on it and wear it as a pocket dropper to, basically replace your folder in your right pocket. I carry my fixed blades in my back right pocket because I also carry a folder, but that's just me. Two really cool knives. I'm trying to think what I've missed. We haven't done our size comparisons. So let's just look at real quick, and we'll weigh them. Try to get the points lined up. Let's get the tails lined up, because we're going to start off with a Benchmade bug out. No need to get out the pair two, because the Dutchess is right about the same size as the Benchmade bug out, and the Ember is a little bit smaller. I think this is right over 7 inches. I think this is, like I said, it's around 6.5. But give you the Sharpie test. Give you one more to look at, a Bradford Guardian 3. So the Bradford Guardian 3 is a little bit shorter than the Dutchess, and just a little bit longer than the Ember. So maybe that gives you an idea visually, but let's get an idea on tape. So, like I said, this is going to be right over 7, maybe 7.2, I don't know, something like that, right over 7 inches. The little Ember is exactly 6.5. The blade on the Ember is 3 inches. Cutting area is 2 3/4. The blade right under 3.5 on the Dutchess. Cutting area exactly 3.5. 3 1/4. I'm sorry. Blade's 3.5 long. The cutting area is 3 1/4. Our handle on the Dutchess, the larger one, is right around 3 3/4. On the Ember, it is 3.5. So if I take the inside grip, that's going to be right about 3 1/4. From right here, inside to right here, is a 3 1/4 inch grip. If you take it to the back, it's over 3.5. Now, you don't have lanyard holes on these, but for me, who has a 3.5 inch span on my hand, they both fit my hand very well. Again, with the Dutchess being the flagship a little bit larger, it comes in at 3.5 on the inside all day long. But again, no lanyard hole. To me, it's not needed, but the knives feel very, very good. Last thing we'll do, we'll get a blade thickness. And the stock on these looks to be identical. So pretty chunky, 0.1350. 0.1330, 1.350, 6.5 dozen the other. Handle scale on the Dutchess, 0.63. So the Dutchess is a little bit over a ½ inch. I'm guessing this is going to be pretty close. 0.63, which again gives you a nice round full handful, and then those dimples or that rocking pattern, however you want to refer to it, gives you really good grip. I would think it would give you grip in a gloved hand, in a wet hand, in a muddy hand. And that's what these are for. I think these are a little hard to use fixed blades. Again, the Ember kind of marketed as a perfect EDC pocket knife. They say the Dutchess is the flagship model. However, when I look at this knife, I look at it as a perfect EDC size knife too. Again, it's right there at 7 inches. 6 inches is my optimal size for me personally, but 7 inches is well within what I carry. But guys, thanks to Richard for letting me check these knives out. Thank you guys for watching. I want to say thank you to all my channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you for anybody that comes in, watches my knife and EDC content. Thank you for taking the time. If you're still here and you want to do me a couple of huge solids, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon, thumbs up if you'd like, leave a comment, or just open that comment tab and hit the hype button. I guess it makes more people get exposed to the videos. But most importantly, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.